You are listening to It's an Honor to be Nominated, a film news podcast bringing you the latest and greatest in entertainment. If there is a film you would like to hear us discuss, send us an email at itsanonortobenominated@gmail.com with the film title in the subject line. That's It's an Honor to be Nominated, honor with the U. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to It's an Honor to be Nominated. It's me, Matthew E. Matthews, and I am joined here today by...
Reese McCain.
And I'm joined by...
Shayla Derwent.
And I'm joined by...
Heather Hayden.
And we have brought to you the only truth that you need to hear this year. All right? We have got a cadre of people out trying to silence us, and we're not going to do it. We're willing to put our lines on...
The life.
We're willing to put our
lines on the life.
Sorry, guys. I'm so scared. It's got me topsy and turvy. I'm putting on a brave face, but boy, howdy, have we stirred up some enemies this year already.
I'm actually in a listening phase right now, so I'm taking a quiet episode.
You're taking a quiet episode?
Yeah, I'm going to be quiet.
Okay.
Mostly, yeah. I'm just going to listen.
You're just going to listen.
Oh, okay.
That's my plan for this episode.
Cool. Do you want to put the microphone down then?
I think I'll probably have things to say, and that's part of listening.
Right.
Yeah.
Only going to be active listening, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah, it's going to be active.
You're only going to
listening,
reiterate
Heather.
what we say?
I'm only going to reiterate what you say, Heather.
Wow, I feel heard.
Thanks. I think this listening phase is going really well for me, and it's sort of opened up a lot of, feelings for me of like, wow, other people also have feelings, and that's something that I haven't, and stop me if I'm talking too much, but that's something that I've never considered before. And I really sort of went into my therapist meetings with an attitude of, okay, I don't need you anymore, because now I'm actually listening to other people. And when they say I've done something to, and stop me if I'm talking too much, if they say I've hurt their feelings because of something I've said, before I would be like, what did you say? I'm not listening to you. But now I would say, oh, that's interesting. I don't care, but it's interesting and I've heard you. And so that's why I'm just taking a quiet one. And stop me if I'm talking too much. So I've mostly listened to a lot of great movies this week because I'm in the listening phase. So I'm taking a break from watching. And one of the great ones I saw or listened to mostly was, and stop me if I'm talking too much, because I'm in a listening phase right now, was called The Twine Between the Eyes.
Oh, I watched that one.
I did as well. The twine between the eyes.
Sorry, was I talking too much? Is that why you're stopping to me? Because I'm happy to take a back seat.
We're very apologetic for interrupting you.
No. You're not interrupting at all. I want to hear what you have to say.
You want to hear what I have to say? Well,
Reese, you were telling me that you value Heather's opinion so much.
Absolutely.
And you've got nothing but respect for Heather. You want to know how they feel about Twine Between the Eyes.
Yeah.
You've been looking forward to this for how long?
Yonks.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
you saw this movie 2 weeks ago.
I listened to it 2 weeks ago, and I saw it 2 weeks ago, and I listened to it this week because I've only just started listening.
The trailer came out for it about 10 years ago. It's been a while in the works.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very
a massive production schedule.
Huge.
I couldn't believe they got those locations to completely just block the Harbour Bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 weeks straight. Sydney absolutely writhing.
Absolutely. And that's why everyone's so mad with us today, because, we were part of that. And a lot of the Sydney people, they've driven up, they've flown up, they've trained up, they've helicoptered up. And
any mode of transport. Some of them even hiked. And they're bashing down on our doors saying, reverse time, do it. We know you can.
But we don't know how to time travel.
I would tell you how to time travel, but I'm just in a listening phase at the moment. I do know, but I don't want to. I don't want to take up too much airspace.
I think it was harsh of.
You could save our lives.
I think we'll be fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You'll listen to them, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to listen to the crowds.
Yeah.
And at the very least, that'll give you all time to run.
I didn't want to mention it, but look, I'm glad you're sacrificing yourself to the crowds.
Yeah, because, it's time for me to listen. It's time for me to make sacrifices, actually. My therapist said that.
How many sacrifices?
I don't think they specified.
Okay, I'm trying to
Oh my goodness, did I not listen fully to my therapist? Do you think they would have told me how many sacrifices to make?
They can't expect you to sacrifice forever. At some point, when you would have sacrificed enough to achieve being a good person, and then you can kind of coast on that. Because that's what I've been doing. When I was about 10, I gave my friend a stapler for Christmas that I wasn't using anymore, and I've been just sitting on that benchmark of being a good person and cruising along since then. I haven't done anything to make anyone upset since then, and so as long as I don't take that sort of dive, I don't have to do anything good.
I don't want to push back when I'm in my listening phase, but are you sure you haven't done anything to upset people, or were you just not listening?
Well, there was all those people screaming at us on the set.
Yeah, the whole Sydney thing.
Yeah.
Twine between the eyes.
But
what did you think of the movie, Shayla?
Twine between the eyes? Well, I watched it. I didn't listen to it. I'm in my sort of non-listening phase at the moment.
Love that for you.
Thank you. I've been just doing too much listening. But yeah, so I watched it. I thought it was a beautiful silent film. I only sort of just realized that it's not silent in this moment. But
I mean, to be honest, I wasn't getting much from the listening experience, so it could have been silent.
Right.
It was mostly, from what I could tell, a movie about people eating popcorn.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it was sort of very meta of you watch the movie, you're eating the popcorn in the cinema. The movie is mostly people eating popcorn. So it feels like you're watching yourself in a way. It feels like a mirror held up to society. That's what I would say about it. Yeah. I thought the cinematography by JoJo Siwa was
shaky.
Superb.
It was shaky.
Really? Okay, I thought superb.
Interesting. Not really her field, I suppose.
She kept doing her signature dance holding the camera.
The sound design by Teller from Penn and Teller, also sort of grating, I would say. Yeah, it's not really his field of expertise, I wouldn't say.
A lot of interesting ring-ins for this movie.
They had George Clooney on costume design, so that's why everyone's just wearing those sandwich boards but advertising Nescafe.
But Jay, why don't you tell our listeners, and I'll listen, what sort of the plot of this movie was and what you thought about that.
Of course. And thanks for saying you'd listen to me.
Yeah.
As I explain this.
I will listen.
So, Twine Between the Eyes, as I took it, it was a harshly soundscaped romp over the Sydney Harbour Bridge. A dystopian fiction where one person had a ball of twine at the start of the Sydney Harbour Bridge and a 3-hour journey across it trying to tie off that ball of twine to one side and take it to the other while most of Sydney tried to stop them.
And that wasn't meant to be part of it, but it ended up being part of it because they did not like that the Harbour Bridge was closed down.
Yeah, I saw the script for the movie, a completely different movie to what it ended up being.
Yeah, I think the script said it was a sequel to Mousetrap.
Yeah, it was meant to be that.
Yeah.
Because I got, is it Bergman? The one where he carries a candle from one wall to another in a windy mountainscape, and every time the candle went out, he had to restart and go to start, and it's all in one unbroken shot. That's sort of where I thought the inspirations were coming.
No, that wasn't Bergman. That was Mousetrap.
That was Mousetrap.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
There was an element of that, the fact that the first hour was them trying to tie the twine just to a railing, but they didn't know how to tie any knots.
Yeah.
And boy, was that that was challenging viewing for just anyone.
I had heard that they'd put on the resume the actor, who was it again? It was
Stephen Segal.
Steven Segal. Yeah, usually quite a handy guy, but he had put on his resume that he knew all the fisherman's knots, all the climbing.
He said he
knots.
did Boy Scouts all his life. All his life.
Yeah. He never
Not
graduated.
just as a child.
He was kept back from
was kept
graduating
back.
Boy Scouts.
He's never gotten a badge, has he?
No. That's sort of the big scandal
So
of the movie.
So like one of the things that got cut, and I think it's lost a bit for cutting this, is there was like an hour of CGI Steven Seagal imagining tying knots in his mind. Look, I know why they cut it. They cut it because he kept going spaghetti and trying to eat the knots as he tied them.
Yeah.
And
I'm just hearing you, and you're saying that he was saying spaghetti, and while he was imagining tying the knots.
yeah.
I'm just hearing that right now.
I didn't get that at all.
Oh, really?
I guess I'm not
What did you get? What did you get? You're in your watching phase.
Yeah, I'm just watching.
Yeah.
So I'm just getting a lot of yappa.
So you thought...
So just to clarify, you're not listening to us now at all?
No, I'm sort of just picking up on cues, guessing, hypothesizing, just following my bliss.
Doing fairly well, I guess.
Yeah, thanks.
And did you watch that entire deleted scene and just think that they were eating a plate of spaghetti?
That's what it seemed like to me. Yeah, so I'm shocked to hear this.
Yeah, it's a challenging film.
And it's great when you listen to people, because then they can tell you things that you didn't pick up yourself.
See, I thought it was also spaghetti, and I was eating spaghetti as I was watching it. So sort of like the popcorn thing. I was kind of like, oh, this makes sense. It's spaghetti because I'm eating spaghetti.
So you sort of thought this whole thing was like a mirror, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I'd say so. Maybe that's just because I'm watching a lot.
Yeah, you did mention before that what you saw mostly was people sitting in a theater watching a film.
Eating popcorn.
But this did take place entirely on in Sydney Harbour Bridge.
Wait a minute. I think I might have just gone into a cinema when they didn't have a showing of anything. And then
one of those cinemas where they put up a big mirror in case someone sits there and watches for an hour.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Like the reflection.
were you sitting the right way?
Well, I was sort of upside down like a bat. So I don't know if that's how you sit the right way.
Is that how you naturally sit?
Yeah, I'm part bat.
Ah. With a colony?
Yeah, that's sort of why I'm fed up with listening. You use super sonar. It's like too much.
Naturally, yeah.
Yeah.
Those high pitches.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it sounds like, from what I'm hearing, Matt and Heather are the only people who've truly experienced this film.
Truly experienced. What did you think?
Even though all of us here were involved in its creation, but we don't know what the final product looks like.
We didn't get to see the final cut.
They didn't like hire us to be part of the film. They were just expecting us to hold up the traffic.
Yeah.
So and we didn't have any signs or high vis gear.
Okay.
I don't know how many of those Sydney people know that the movie was being filmed.
So I'm hearing that you're sort of saying that we were responsible for holding them back. I think maybe what our listeners and all the people outside would like to actually hear us address is the fact that we sort of conned the movie makers, telling them we were selling them the Sydney Harbour Bridge and we would give them exclusive access to it. And we obviously didn't actually have the ability to do that.
Yeah, well, I mean...
But maybe that's what you're saying in the subtext.
I had cashed the check on these gold shoes that we're all wearing.
Yeah, they're pretty nice.
They're really nice. Listeners, if you could see these right now, gosh.
Gorgeous.
You'd be obsessed with us.
So, like, I didn't think, that's sort of like an insider. And if we're part of it and reporting on it and part of the podcast, is that conflict of interests?
Yeah, it's a tough call. I guess we'll just have to. Well, I'll listen to them. I'll see what they think.
You listen. Yeah. I'll say, hey, if Paramount, if Disney Plus, Netflix, Humble, Stan,
Humble,
Binge,
Hubble.
Humble?
No, Humble, that's a different one. I've heard this one's coming
Yeah,
out
they don't
recently.
advertise much. They don't want to
They keep
brag.
it to themselves. And
Right. Oh,
They're
that's cool.
quite modest and they're happy with whatever audience that they get.
Humble is actually in its listening phase right now as a streaming service.
Yeah.
So it's just sort of listening to the other streaming services, seeing what they've got going on.
Yeah.
It's not ready quite yet to speak, which I think is,
Yeah. It has got a bunch of like movies advertised. You just can't click on them. It's basically saying, what about this? This looks like it could be something.
And there's also a suggestion. The main page is just a suggestion box. So it's like, what do you reckon we should have? We're listening.
They have really good ideas, but they don't want to brag and advertise them. So
No.
anyway, if any of those companies want to buy a bridge from us, we'll do it.
Yeah, we're happy to sell another bridge that we don't own.
Absolutely. I mean, Matt, you're a masterful negotiator.
Thank you. These gold shoes were expensive.
You got a bad deal on that. You're bad at buying, good at selling.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
Yeah. So, yeah, I actually don't have any money for food this month. If anyone wants to...
And what I'm hearing from you is that you are going to go ask someone else for help on that one.
Yeah.
Maybe just sell a bit of your lace. You like the shoes too much, don't you?
Have you...
The lace really completes the look.
Have you been dancing out in the streets in the moonlight with these bad boys?
I haven't yet, no. I've missed all the full moons.
Heather, what are you doing? Why are you wearing the shoes?
Yeah, why do you miss all the full moons all the time, Heather? Because that's come up before.
You know, I just happen to be inside those nights with my curtains drawn. I've been occasionally getting a little bit sick.
So what I'm hearing is that Matt is sort of a Van Helsing type and has a crossbow ready to go, and Heather is just trying to avoid the silver bullets. That's just what I'm hearing.
Why do you want to avoid the silver bullets?
I don't need to avoid silver bullets. I'm happy to be around in the same room with silver bullets. I just find full moons, the gravitational pull's a bit much, and I don't like the tide.
Well, sort of on an unrelated note, because I'm not really listening, so I kind of don't know what's related. But but I'm assuming that this is unrelated. But the awards we've got this week are from Werewolf Magazine.
You're right.
Is that, will we say that's related or no? I'd say no, right?
I mean, it doesn't matter what we say in response because Shayla's not listening.
Sorry, what?
I mean, it's not related to me in any way.
My family's very invested in this magazine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Could you sell it?
Because a lot of the articles are sort of advice on what to do if you find a werewolf.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, it's sort of like it advertises to be very pro-werewolf and werewolf-friendly, but that's sort of like a trap just to sort of, like, get them into the meetups. I mean, they're all...
What I'm hearing is that it's insidious.
Oh, absolutely.
It's sort of like
absolutely. I think
vile trick.
I think pretty close to the Harbour Bridge.
Pardon?
You said it was in Sydney-ness? No.
I'm in my listening phase, so I'm not going to comment on that.
You're just going to brush past that. Yeah.
I'm not going to.
You're a changed person, Reese.
Yep, I'm just listening, and that's all. I don't need to say
That's
anything
so
about
much
it.
growth from you, because normally you would tell me that I'm a horrible person for going down that line of thinking and that I should just lock myself up in a box and never return to civilized society.
I used to have a similar approach to people making painful, drawn-out puns that you have to people being werewolves.
Shooting them with silver bullets? Or inviting them onto a podcast and then at the end...
And then putting them into a cage first. That's my first protocol.
Yeah.
And then,
Well, that's what I think of this podcast as, a sort of cage to trap people who I...
that sort of has been borne out across the episodes, I must admit.
Look, I just think we need to talk about Matt's silver bullet to werewolf ratio. Like, you've shot at least 10 people. How many people have been werewolves?
Oh, none so far, but those are practice.
So, look, I just think...
Practice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was one of them. I'm doing fine.
You think that the first time someone says, I want to be a doctor, they immediately get to do heart surgery? No, there's practice along the way.
Yeah, they do heart surgery on a bunch of random people first, and then they become a doctor along the way.
Yeah. My brother became a doctor and he practiced on me. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but did you need heart surgery?
Your third hip.
That's
too.
my point exactly.
I've got a chicken's heart inside my regular heart.
Wow.
It's no good. It's not how things are meant to be. I sort of, you know how sometimes certain diseases like rabies, I think, if you have rabies, you first get a sense of impending doom. I've got that sort of constantly.
Because of
Ever since the chicken heart, yeah.
Ever since did you get a cloaca with that?
Yeah. It's not where you would expect. No, notice that you can't see my
Yeah. Name the body parts we can't see right now.
You can't see my freckles on my back.
Oh.
Is
Those are all cloaca'd up.
All cloaca'd up.
Yep.
Sorry, how many cloacas did you get?
Just the one, but it's
As
sort of
one
the whole back.
Big one.
Because the point of a cloaca is that it keeps a whole bunch of stuff in one spot.
Yes.
In one entryway.
Yes.
And so this is just like you open it up, there's all the freckles. Is that sort of?
That's an absolutely necessary.
I was just hearing you, Heather, and I was like, "This is sort of the information that Heather wants me to provide." Is that right?
That's what I wanted to hear. I wanted to know what happened to your moles and freckles.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I'm now monochrome apart from inside my cloaca, my clobaca. And see how I'm growing? Like normally I would put myself in a cage.
Yeah. Normally you would
But I'm listening to myself, and what I'm saying is I have a cloaca.
And it's beautiful.
Anyway, Werewolf Monthly, was it?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it comes out once a month.
Exactly.
That's when they feel their audience needs to know werewolf-related facts.
And this is a online blog on Substack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sure is.
Substack.
Mm-hmm.
Which our audience knows what is.
Subs.
They can Google it.
Yeah. I get my articles there.
There you go.
Which one?
And I'm just listening to that. I'm not going to pick up on anything.
Are you a big fan of Werewolf Monthly? Do you find that their articles are helpful?
I find they're very helpful. Just I really like their geographical tips where they try to send people just on travel. Just gives me a good place. I don't go there. I might go somewhere else, but
Damn.
yeah, it's nice to hear what they're up to.
Yeah. For any listeners out there, so many great werewolf meetup places listed in that publication.
And what I'm hearing, Matt, is that you want to tell us Werewolf Monthly's award that they're giving out for the movies.
So this month's issue is all about poetry, of course.
Of course.
If it's the way to start up your year, get yourself ready for Valentine's Day, where we all know poetry skills are what gets Valentine's Day happening and working. So this month, their award is for angriest poem in a film.
Those are the snaps of a really good poem.
Thank you. I worked hard on that one.
Yeah, it was good. Very freeform, structureless.
Hey.
My favorite poems are the ones that don't rhyme.
Was it a haiku?
Yep. Everything I say is a haiku. I've been cursed by a witch, so all of what I say inherently haiku. I can't help it. You can't help it. It's what happens to me.
And remember that haikus traditionally end with a reference to the season. I don't know if you've been taking that into account.
Yeah.
The season of what show?
Whichever one you're currently binging.
Yeah, binge it. Barry.
Oh, good
Oh.
show.
Good show. The first nominee for angriest poem in a film is The Hunter's Blue Coat by Annette Marshall.
It's over there. Do you see it? You've got the binoculars?
I see it.
Yeah. It's it's going to the right. It's going to the right. It's going towards our trap.
That's what we want.
That is what we want. But is that what you want? We've come
I
out.
don't know.
We've been coming out here,
I don't know anymore.
sitting next to each other in the forest
Yeah.
for every year,
Yeah.
14 years.
Yeah.
You never told me how you feel.
Yeah.
Is that getting closer?
I'm gonna stop it.
You're going to stop it.
Yeah, I don't want it to go in the trap.
You're going to ruin this trip.
I mean, no, yeah, let's kill it.
No, you can go to the trap, please.
I'm getting mixed messages. It seemed like you wanted me to sort of open up emotionally, and then when I did, and sort of revealed, that I'm sort of ethically conflicted about the killing the hunting we do. I'm a vegan now. And
I know.
You say that
This is-
so aggressively.
Well, this last year's been hard for me. I've been looking forward to this trip. Now, why don't you go help that there wolf into that trap?
Into? Yeah. Okay. All right. Just the way you say it, with that sort of air of menace.
I wouldn't think
I don't want to ruin the trip.
it's anything to worry about.
Can I give you a read on, I'll give you my read of that line, right? So if I was saying that to someone and I didn't want them to worry, I might say, I don't think there's anything to worry about. Okay, so can we try something like that?
I don't think there's anything to worry about.
Bone chilling. So it sort of sounds like you're restraining yourself, like there's a bubbling rage beneath the words that is waiting to come out. And so that makes me fearful, so the word, fearful, like scared, of going near your specially designed trap, which you've changed from last year because you said it needed to be bigger and be able to catch smarter prey.
Ow! 5 + 4 is...
Oh, maybe it was just the wolves. The wolves have gotten smarter. I thought like
Not that
full
That
disclosure.
that wolf has not gotten any smarter than last year.
I know we're friends. I know we've been friends for a long time. Full disclosure, I thought you wanted to catch me in a trap, but cards on the table. Those wolves know how to do maths now.
They're getting smarter.
We gotta, okay. So you had to upgrade the trap. That
I
makes
had
sense.
to. That's why I said there was absolutely nothing to worry about.
I'm so sorry.
Do you not remember the text I sent you before the trip? I'll read it to you, okay?
Okay.
I can't wait for the night that it falls down tight. I can't wait for the snare to rip up its hair. I can't wait for that wolf to find its teeth. I'm going to kill you. So a nice text.
It was nice. Yeah, I liked it. It was a good scansion.
You're the only one that compliments me on that, and for that, I love you.
I love you too.
Thanks, Carmichael.
Thanks, Deirdre. So they've missed the mark on that. The threatening tone, but overall quite friendly and compassionate.
Not angry necessarily.
No, a lot of mixed messages in there, really.
Yeah, it was a good poem.
But it's really, we shouldn't be upset at the movie. We should be upset at the people nominating the movie
that's
for the
what I'm saying.
award.
Werewolf magazine, Werewolf Monthly has missed the mark because not angry. Not angry. I'm going to say it. I don't care how much money Werewolf Monthly paid us to agree with everything that they say. I'm going to say it. Not angry.
And just check how much money I didn't realize we were getting sponsored by them.
The organization that we run the podcast through is getting paid.
Okay.
I don't think it's. I think the numbers don't work out that any of the money can come to you guys.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Well.
Sorry, were you listening to that, Shayla? Because Shayla signed off on it.
I did? Oh, I wasn't listening when I read the contract that I signed.
Yeah.
And I'm hearing you, Matt, and what you seem to be saying is that we are in many ways getting screwed over in the same way that the populace of Sydney and Greater New South Wales did, in terms as in everyone except you, and that you are sort of the sole beneficiary of all of these hijinks. Although you did give us those nice gold shoes.
I did give you gold shoes.
Yeah.
Have you noticed your gold shoes just becoming a little bit threadbare?
Yeah, a bit flaky, my gold. But not in a
sure,
gold
but
flake way.
Matt's still look immaculate.
That's so weird. Have you been taking care of them properly?
I have not fully read the care instructions, to be fair.
I mean, I read the first line. It said something about vinegar, and I've just been keeping them in vinegar. So I can't see anything wrong with that.
Me neither. Me neither, actually. It's not that for you then.
Yeah, I've been polishing them with shoe polish to keep them shiny.
What colour shoe polish, Shayla?
Well, I only had black one from when I was in school, so just that it's expired and black.
Isn't
and
it
not gold.
fascinating to imagine what conversation Shayla thinks we're having? The next movie?
The next movie. They did a much better job at actually being angry.
I love anger.
The next film is Milk Murder 3, The Churning. All right, Bessie, come on through. Come on through. Don't interrupt me, Bessie.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Bessie, you can cry again. I don't care. I've talked to you about the chain of command here. And at the moment, it goes me, and then below that is anyone from the street who happens to drop by, and then under that is you. Okay? You'll interrupt me when I tell you to interrupt me.
Bessie.
Oh, hold on, sir. I gotta go do something. What? What is it?
It's me, Gertie the goat.
Yes.
And I just thought I'd let you know we've got a plot to kill the farmer. If you're keen, that's my pal.
It's your pal.
Buying Bert.
Buying Bert.
Buying.
Oh. I see.
He's the muscle.
You know what? I'm in. Let's kill this motherfucker.
All right.
Moo.
How do you want to do it?
Stab?
Stab sounds good, Bert. You were thinking... He bars a lot. That's where his name comes from.
Yeah.
This might take a while. So he's the muscle. He's not the brains.
Right.
Sorry, I upset him. Bert, come on. You know, deep down, I think you're a great guy. It's just, people have different strengths. I'm sort of a mastermind type character. You're like so strong. Wow, but everybody thinks you're so strong. And Bessie makes milk.
The fuck? I do other stuff than that.
Oh, sorry, we don't know each other what the shit.
Hey, Bessie's
Moo.
a real contributing member to the farm, okay?
Oh, hey, farmer. Hey, how's it going?
Do you mean that, sir?
Yeah, are you gonna let these guys talk to you like that?
Well, to be fair, it's only one of them talking to me like that. The other one's buying a lot.
Yeah, but there's an intonation there.
Yeah, you know what? I don't like the tone of your buying.
I gotta be honest, I just don't know you that well. I'm sure if we got to know each other better, I'd realize the many facets of your personality.
We've both been on this farm for 10 years. There's plenty of opportunities to get to know me. The farmer here, he might be a dick, but he knows me.
What the fuck?
You're a dick, man.
What?
You're a dick, man. Come on.
I don't even know you.
Come on.
Are you from this farm?
Shit, I've been made. Get out of here, bud. Let's go.
Oh, what the fuck? Farmer, I gotta be honest. We were planning to kill you.
Do the animals out here really think that I'm a dick?
Yeah, you're not really nice to us.
But that's just sort of like the nature of capitalism. I'm above you hierarchically. I talk down to you so that we can continue this cycle where I benefit from the product of your life and labor.
Well, that's not good. I don't like capitalism.
Really?
Yeah, that's not a good system at all. We should do communism on this farm. I read a book once
Are you
where they
saying?
did that.
Are you saying we should all equally be milked on this farm? Is that how you personally feel about?
Yeah.
I'm back. That sounds great. I mean, I know I'm a part of the farm, but if this was a everyone's getting milked farm, I'd be all aboard.
Guys want goat and sheep milk?
And farmer milk?
And farmer.
What the hell?
Yeah, you know what? This sounds like a great idea, and as leader of this communist party, I mean, there's no leaders. We're all equal here. Why don't we do a big round circle poem about how much we hate capitalism?
And love milk.
I'll start. Capitalism, eat my ass.
Can we stop the poem there? Because I feel like that covers it.
That covers it.
No, let's keep going.
I felt the anger in that.
So
That was
true.
too far.
Capitalism, eat my ass, bah, bah. I'm just getting into the flow of it. Okay, bah, bah. Capitalism, eat my ass, bah, bah. And, whoa, give me that milk.
Give me that freaking milk.
There we go. There's the passion. There's the anger. Farmer, do you have anything?
I don't care from whence your ilk. Now is the time for us to thilk about it and know the way to go. It's capitalism down and communism, yo.
I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
on.
we're at that part of the book.
Go on.
So I did really like in that film how the farmer, in finishing the poem, had to point at their head as they said the word "filth" to make sure people knew that was the word to think that they were trying to go for.
That was some beautiful cinematography there from Denis Villeneuve. Really, you can see how he's grown since Dune. Dune taught him a lot, and he's using all of that in this movie.
It was one take. So when the farmer forgot what his poem was supposed to be, that was all ad-libbed. I don't know if you picked up on that.
Wow.
That wasn't written down as part of the script?
No, and they had to keep it because that's like the last 10 minutes of a
So
3-hour
beautiful.
take.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to fake, like they didn't want to do the fake. Like we've all seen, was it Interstellar? And gone, not actually one take, get out of here. Not impressed.
Exactly.
You weren't in space. George Clooney's not a ghost. I don't care.
Matt Damon? Michael McConaughey? Matthew McConaughey?
Gravity, sorry.
Gravity, okay.
Yeah, those.
It's not worth remembering its name.
No.
Yeah.
You know what they should have called that movie? They should have called it Depravity because George Clooney's not actually a ghost.
And I'm listening and I'm hearing that. Just
Yeah.
taking that on board. I love it.
No, I hate when movies do that, like one take fake out. You know, like the movie Blended with Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore. That was not one take.
That
the
wasn't
hell?
one take.
That wasn't.
They did the whole
take.
press tour saying it was one take.
No, they lie.
How could they?
You do.
Not Barry and Sands.
Drew Barrymore went up.
Dirty, filthy liar.
Yeah, she went to the White House and made a full-on press announcement saying, "One take, I promise, for realsies."
Yeah, and I
And you
voted for
thought
her for
that
president.
the
for that.
American and global public would have learned after 51st Dates, where they did the exact same thing. Absolutely lied to our faces.
Come to think of it, every single press tour that Drew Barrymore's done,
She said
she
it's
said it's one take.
that talk show she's doing now.
Mhm.
She says it's one take.
It's clearly
It's
not.
not.
Do you know the other gripe I had with 51st Dates?
Yeah.
Drew Barrymore said that they did a whole method acting, that every day they just forgot about what they were doing.
Mhm.
And they came onto set and had to get it re-explained by a VHS tape on a yacht every single day. I just don't believe them.
I thought that was real.
You thought that was
I
real?
thought that was true.
Yeah, I thought they showed up on different days and it was all one take. I believed both of those things to be true at the same time until right now.
Do we think that? Who do we think is going to win this out of these films?
Yeah, it's a real head scratcher.
I mean,
on
do we,
one-
yeah, do
Go
we
ahead,
really
Heather.
consider the last movie, Milkmaid 3, to have a truly angry poem?
Yeah, it's because like they sounded angry, but was there real rage in there?
Capitalism, eat my ass.
That was
rage.
strong, but
Strong
then
start.
and
They
they
watered
almost
it down.
stopped. They almost stopped at that point,
Almost stopped.
They was,
Struck
It was
gold
nearly-
in that moment.
and that would have been the perfect one take.
but they kept going, and I don't know. Does that dilute it? I guess
Can
we'll
we-
see in the announcement.
Can we give the award to Milkmaid 3 and say, but not for...
So, as part of the sponsorship, we get to decide who wins.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, this episode we get...
That's awesome. We've never had that power before. I mean, we love awards ceremonies so much.
The
This
Substack's
is
going to
a
go off
thrill.
on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The crowd's gonna go off.
Yeah, they
We
will
picked
be
the-
upset.
We picked the wrong film.
Yeah,
The non-crowd favorite,
yeah.
fan favorite.
I mean,
The crowd, and because it is just going to be a fight between the crowds of which movie they like. correct?
Exactly. Yeah.
The one's protecting us.
We're on the
I'm
wrong
leaning
side of history
towards
here.
the Hunter's green coat. I mean, I know we said it wasn't angry at all, but blue coat. Yeah. No, Hunter's
Reese
green
wasn't
coat.
I did not. I did not.
Reese
do
wasn't
that.
watching.
I've
He
been
didn't see the
listening.
colour of
I've
the
been
coat.
listening, and I just kind of wanted to call you out on that since you've been saying you've been listening.
The
I don't
Hunter's
know.
green coat was actually that's the third movie that's in this award ceremony.
Yeah, that was...
It's up for the award.
So
yeah.
So they gave me like full power about how to run this awards ceremony. That was supposed to be like the surprise. After the
Yeah.
fight was over, Hunter's green coat comes in
Yeah.
and like slams the other films with a chair and says, "I'm part of this match now."
Yeah.
That was going to be a surprise, but I guess
Okay, so is it out of the running now then? Since I gave up the big surprise? And I'm ready to listen when you're ready to talk.
And I'm not.
I think the people need to see it.
So we're going to run a clip.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not going to be as good now that the surprise is ruined. Because it is mostly the same as Hunter's blue coat. But the wolves get really angry at each other for not know. We shouldn't show it.
Yeah, we'll just show the clip.
It's over there.
Oh, yeah.
Ow! Ow! Fuck! There's a fucking trap here.
What the hell, Stacy? I told you to watch out.
I was watching. These traps are really well hidden. That's the point of traps.
Stacy, they've been sitting out there for every year saying, "Hey, wolves, jump on in the trap," and I keep telling you, no, no, no.
Okay, well, I don't want to listen to you, Dad. Okay, I'm going on these trips. I'm a big girl now. I can go. I did just get trapped, so maybe I can't do it. But you know what? Fuck you, Dad.
Stacy, it's been hard for me knowing that I've lost my job at the milk factory recently.
As a wolf. Can't believe they fucking let me.
Okay. I got enough of that from the factory. I don't need to hear that from you as
Sorry,
well.
I like discrimination
You know what?
against my own
You know what?
kind.
Hey guys, all yours. Stacey's all yours. I'm not dealing with that.
Dad, what the
I'm
hell?
leaving.
Dad.
We got one of the wolves.
We did.
I don't know what
the wolves.
I don't know what that one wolf is.
They're addressing us directly.
Yeah,
I mean,
as
we
well.
can't understand, obviously.
Dad, I'm so pissed off at you. I'm going to read a page out of my diary.
Oh, yeah?
Where I
Well,
wrait poetry.
I'll read a page out of my poetry diary too, and we'll see.
Hey, I'm so happy that we caught this wolf together. I think I'm gonna read a poem, like to contrast this moment. I'm gonna read a page from my diary where I was like in a real bad place.
Oh, so I think that's a beautiful idea. And I'm going to read a page from my diary when I was in a great place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dear Stacey, this is the way.
All at once? No. I'll let this wolf. I'll let this wolf bark.
I'd
first.
love to listen to you.
I was hoping for all at once. I think that's the best way
I
to
don't know what
deliver
this wolf is
this.
saying.
No,
I think
no
the wolf
idea.
will just keep barking itself out.
I'm so mad. I'm going to read mine right now.
I'm gonna read
And
mine
whoever
right now
joins me
too.
at the same time is going to join me. I don't care. Dad,
Dear Stacey,
you suck.
here's the way
You
you
suck.
make me feel.
You-
I don't know if it's
Why
real,
you-
the
you work in a milk
relationship that
factory,
we
you
ever had,
suck,
but I know that I'm not your
bitch.
dad. This
Wait,
can't
what?
be.
You're not my dad? Did you say you're not my dad?
Also, now you want to listen to me.
Well, I heard you're not my dad.
They seem like they're going through
This
something.
seems like a thing that we maybe shouldn't be here for.
Yeah, I don't know.
It feels like it's not our place.
Yeah, it feels really personal.
It does.
Damn.
Yeah. So you've been spending all of your life saying how I can't control you. I don't have anything to teach you. I don't fulfill a valuable place in our wolf culture or society. And so this is where my feelings come out. I'm sorry if that's shocking to you.
Wait, so you feel like you're not my dad, or you're
Just
not
gotta
my
get this out.
dad?
I just gotta get this
All right.
out.
Yeah.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Curly Welly shouldn't cost $1.52.
It's beautiful, Carmichael.
Thank you, Deirdre. Yeah, it's a poem. It's metaphorical. I'm not going to say exactly how I feel. That's not a poem.
Okay, well, I just heard a really cool poem where they said exactly how they felt that curly wellies cost too much, and I thought it was beautiful.
Wait, you understand what they say?
Yeah.
I'm going to
Hey,
read.
This wolf seems like it's complimenting my poetry. Yeah, read yours, quick.
I'll read mine quickly. Now, remember, I said this was when I was in a great place.
Yeah.
I'm not your parent.
What?
Oh my God. I can't believe it. The paternity test came back and I'm not related to you.
Deirdre. How? Mummy.
Thank the Lord. So yeah, that was my really good page day.
Oh my god, not dad. They're doing the same thing we are.
No, it was a metaphor.
Oh,
I am your
sorry,
dad.
They're
that a
not
metaphor?
Get my poetry?
Deirdre,
Sorry.
Deirdre, please. Deirdre, is that a metaphor?
Why are you calling her Deirdre? She's your mom.
Mum,
Deirdre?
Deirdre, Mother dearest, Deirdre, is that a metaphor?
Michael. You already knew. You were calling me Deirdre from the start. It's not a metaphor.
Stacey, the poem is a window into my soul, and somehow you still can't see me or how I feel.
Should we shoot this bad dad wolf?
How do you know that it's a bad dad?
Just a vibe from it.
Yeah, I get that same vibe.
Dad, they're gonna shoot you. Dad, you gonna
Sorry.
stay there?
Were you talking to me?
Oh my god, what the fuck?
You were on
Fuck,
board
you're
with me
gonna-
not
oh my god,
being
you're
a
such a
dad.
dick. You're just not gonna listen to me and be so stubborn. You're always so stubborn. Now you're gonna get shot.
Actually, I feel like they might work it out.
This is so personal. We really shouldn't be here.
Let's leave.
I'm gonna let it out of.
Okay, Dad, they're gonna leave. Oh,
I just feel like I don't want to
Plan
get
worked.
involved.
Let's go.
run! Wait, are we gonna kill them first or no?
Oh yeah, we can kill them.
No!
Wow, so much happened in that scene.
So much.
And that was a short film. That was the whole thing.
Yeah, that was a whole thing. I really feel like they saw that not a lot of the movies had very angry poems, and they went, let's get a lot of poems in here to try and really make sure we can secure this.
That's why it's such a quick turnaround and like such a short film, because they were just like, let's just make this for the award. which we see a lot in these small award ceremonies. There's so many that are really targeted towards.
Yeah,
Well, the
exactly.
prize money is
specific
just
it's
gigantic.
wild, yeah.
So-
There's not going to be
They win-
prize money.
They win the. Don't they win the London Bridge?
Yeah, don't they win the London Bridge?
Yeah. Just
I
no,
thought-
no
I thought-
money.
I thought they won the London Bridge.
Yeah, yeah. I've signed off on that.
Yeah, we secured that for the Substack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I promised. What I was going to say is that film had Drew Barrymore as both of the wolves, and she promises that it's a single take this time.
Yeah.
Which I'm like,
I kind of believe her.
Yeah.
well, I'm like, if you play both the characters, how can there be one take?
I didn't think of that.
Oh my God, Drew Barrymore has tricked me again.
Gosh.
Do you think we can turn the crowd, like get them on our side by turning them against Drew Barrymore? Or other than that, I can just go out there, listen to them. They might tear me apart and you can go out the back.
Can you go out there, tell them you're Drew Barrymore and you're here to listen? I think that should give us about double the time.
That's really good. That's really good. That's sort of a double whammy. And we're saying that the hunter with the red coat won.
So that's a
that was
different
gonna be another
movie.
surprise.
That's
I'm so
different. Another clip.
Oh. You did the setup for the fake surprise so well that the real surprise was going to get them, but
I really
you beefed it right at the end.
You beefed it.
Come on, man.
It's
You
gone.
know what? That one, I think we've got ruling over this. Let's just say that one's disqualified.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was disqualified. Reese ruined it.
Reese ruined it.
The crowd can kill him when he goes out.
And I'm listening to you, and I'm just going to go out now. I'll buy you some time. You wrap up the episode,
Yeah.
Okay.
and I'll just talk to the crowd.
Okay.
And you can
So we don't.
you can let the listeners know what happens to me out there.
Yeah. Normally we would play a clip from the judges, but that's us, and we just did that. So should we hear from Drew Barrymore as the winner of?
Oh, Drew
Angus
Barrymore
Ball?
is the winner? Awesome.
She was in each of the films.
That's, yeah. But for which film did she win? The green coat?
Yeah, the green
The
coat.
Hunter's green coat?
That had the most angry polls
Yeah.
in it, and that's
Yeah, I mean, we gotta
similar.
give it to that. Oh my God. Reese
All
is
right,
cute.
I'm gonna. There is a million.
me. I was in E.T.
That's
And
not a
that was
very
the
good-
beautiful quote from Drew Barrymore.
Yeah. My favorite part of that movie is that it was all. No, it wasn't all one take, was it? She lied to me about that as well.
E.T.
Do you think is it?
It was all one take.
Is there a chance that one's true? Can we believe her on that one?
We can
I
believe.
think it's like Santa.
In what way, Shayla?
Shayla, once again, part of a different conversation, but
Just because you can see a
What do you
Christmas
mean,
tree
what?
doesn't mean
I'm
everything's
gonna
like
hold
Santa.
up a picture of Drew
Belief.
Barrymore.
Faith.
Hold a picture of Drew Barrymore up for Shayla, and then we'll see what she thinks.
That's Santa.
Okay, fantastic. I've
Can
been.
we hear a clip from Drew Barrymore? Oh, wait, no. We heard the clip from Drew Barrymore.
We did. From Drew
I got it.
She talked about E.T.
Okay.
I've been Matthew E. Matthews. Thank you so much.
I've been Santa Claus.
I've been Heather Hayden.
And I've been Drew Barrymore. And everyone, hey crowd, before you tear me to shreds, I just want to let you know about this great improv show you can come see called Culprits on January 24th at Big Fork Theatre in Brisbane. It's a lot of fun. It's a 2-person improvised play. And I, as Drew Barrymore, wholeheartedly recommend it. And it's all done in one take.
Phenomenal. And just to the crowd, given we do have such a crowd outside, I'd love to have a search for Friend of a Friend City. It's an improvised podcast where people do characters. Have a look for that on all the apps.
Excellent. Heather, would you like to leave us before, just before, per se, perhaps someone gets shot with a silver-tipped crossbow bolt? Would you like to leave us with your favorite quote? I believe you said earlier it was from the film Freewheelin' Willie.
Freewheelin' Willie. Now, this is a... not so many people know this movie. It's a knockoff film, so it's a cheaper recreation of Free Willy. They couldn't exactly do shot for shot. They weren't that skilled, but this is my favorite quote. Damn, that's a big whale. And yeah, I think that just sums up a lot of things that I love about film.
Awesome. Do you want to just stand over there on the plastic sheet I've laid out?
Yeah, no worries. I do love your whole Dexter setup in here.
Thank you.
Just don't believe them.
I thought that was real.
You thought that was
I
real?
thought that was true.
Yeah, I thought they showed up on different days and it was all one take. I believed both of those things to be true at the same time until right now.
Should we hold for the siren?
Hopefully those sirens are for Drew Barrymore. I think.
So is that a no?
I think they're preemptive for us, for the crowd outside that's going to kill us.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's the crowd.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see whether or not the sirens are in the take.
Well, they're in the take. We'll see if they're in the cut.
Yeah, no, this podcast is only ever all one take.
This is one take.
I absolutely need a yes or no if this is it.
Let's
Like doing a bit about it.
Well, I don't know when the sirens started.
Mm-hmm.
And if they came in on like an absolute zinger about Drew Barrymore,
We've got to keep it going.
there's no cutting around Drew Barrymore zingers.
No.
Drew Barrymore does the editing of this podcast.
Yeah, unlike a movie with Drew Barrymore, in this podcast, there's no cutting around it.
Do we think that